Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Adeola BattaBox show. So today I'm going to be talking about a new trend. I don't think it's a new trend, but I feel like people are talking about it, or people are talking about it a lot, and it's just something that resonates with me, or that's like, okay, so you know what, this video is going to be about my experience in Nigeria. So I have been highly privileged to travel to Nigeria 2 times this year already. And all I can say is that, excuse me, but what are we looking for in this Oyibo land? Like, I know the privileges and I understand, and I'm so blessed to be here. Like, I'm so blessed to have lived the life that I've lived and the experiences that I've gotten from like living outside of Nigeria. Like, I've been out of Nigeria for about 6 to 7 years. I am so blessed. I will not take the experience and like life generally abroad for granted. I will not say, oh, it's been so bad or it's been terrible, but have you seen the enjoyment that is in Nigeria? Especially, and maybe I'm talking from a place of being privileged because I have that amount of money to spend, but my life in Nigeria is sweet. I beg. Like, please excuse me. Life in Nigeria is divine. Now, I'm going to talk as a mom, but as a mom who has lived abroad, just having the luxury of having a nanny is a lot. Like, you need to have a lot of money. You need to have a lot of patience. You need to have a lot of grace. You need to be understanding. You need to be caring. You need to take people's bullshit. Your nannies will stress you. They won't show up, or they will show up late, or there's no, it's just a lot. But then when you go to Nigeria and you offer somebody 100,000 to be your nanny, the person has an act together. And it's not like form of slavery or anything, or letting them work unlimited hours. I mean, just having somebody who will come in the morning at 7 a.m. or at 8 a.m. and then they'll leave at 7 p.m. or at 7:30 p.m. Your life is going to be so much easy. But if you want to have that kind of life, that luxury of that kind of life here in the abroad, you are spending so much money, and then, it's just, the quality is just so watered down. And then life in Nigeria is so much peaceful. I'm sorry, I know how expensive it is right now. But have you gone to Nigeria and you feel the peace that comes out from you? Like, you're walking down the street and everybody is saying hello, hi, and how are you, and this and that. You don't need to know them. You don't need to be familiar with them. But then you live in a house, and then you are privileged in this abroad. You are blessed if your neighbor is your friend. You are blessed if they have like a garden party, or they have something, and they share like barbecue to you, or they give you anything, or they invite you. Like, you are so blessed if you're able to form a community in this abroad. Meanwhile, if you're someone like me, who I seem very extroverted, but in reality I'm like a one-man soldier, a one-man army, you can go years and nobody will going to invite you for a party. And even when they invite you for a party, when you appear in that party, they're like, I wasn't expecting you to come, in actual fact. Do you get what I mean? But then you go to Nigeria and then you just love the atmosphere. There's so much love. There's so much. And I know people in Nigeria like Japa and living in Nigeria and talking about it. And then someone like me, and I'm thinking, are you sure I have my priorities right? Because what am I doing in the abroad when I can be here? And it's not, maybe for me, it's not about having so much money, but it's just about being in a place where there's, friends, family, community. You go to a church that you like. You go to like, it's just different. Meanwhile, you're here in the UK, you're just picking shift and picking shift and picking shift and picking shift. You're working 78 times in a month. And, I'm exaggerating when I say 70, I'm exaggerating, but like, you're working so much, and then you can't even have like work-life balance. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, even though things are expensive, I will not lie, like things are extremely expensive. And maybe again, I'm making this video out of a place of privilege, but I won't lie to you. I'm really thinking about going back to, or moving back to Nigeria, like finally, like going back to Nigeria and creating a life for myself, because now it's seeming like, I've tested it both ways, and I've been privileged to go like a few times since when I came when I moved like abroad, and I'm like, maybe this is not for me, and maybe some people need to come to accept that maybe this abroad life is just for a period of time. And maybe for some of us, it's not going to be 20 years before we move back. And for some of us, it's not going to be 15 years before we move back. Maybe some of us at a cap, 10 years, we're like, you know what? I've been there, done that, and I'm moving back to Nigeria. Like, I never used to understand, like, all those old babas and old people who would be like, oh, I used to live in the UK, or I lived in the UK for 20 years, and I moved back to Nigeria. Like, when I used to live in Nigeria, I used to look at them like, so you mean you're that stupid? You left all the beautiful America, or you left all the beautiful UK, or you left all the beautiful this thing, Europe and Asia, to come back to Nigeria. But now I'm in that place where I'm asking myself, are you sure it's not such a bad move? Or are you sure that it's not something you want to really contemplate on? Like, I am really thinking about it, because life in Nigeria is soft life. If you have like an income and you have money to, you know, do your daily runnings, you have money to like provide basic security and amenities for yourself, you know, I'm beginning to, and now this is not me saying you should move. Oh, this is just me saying, maybe it's not going to be such a bad idea if in a few years time I actually pack my load, have a business plan, go to Nigeria a few times before like I move back generally, but like finally move back. So yes, even though I know that like there's still a lot of changes to be made, there's still a lot of like improvement, like there are places that I went to in Nigeria, or there are places I went to in Lagos, and I'm like this place looks exactly the same, and it's not supposed to be so, because I feel like there's supposed to be like a massive change or a massive improvement, because I mean, like, Ambode has come and gone. Now Sowolu is done his first term. I don't think that there's like that massive improvement or whatever I was thinking in my head or what I thought it was going to be. But then still then, let's talk about the peace, like the life in Nigeria, the enjoyment. I don't know, like, let's have a discussion in the comment section. What do you guys think? Have you ever thought about moving back to Nigeria? Like, is this something that you would do if not for like the situation of Nigeria right now? And even with the situation of Nigeria, do you think that I am delusional to think that I want to move back to Nigeria? Or do you think that, you know, maybe such is not a bad idea for me to actually move back to Nigeria? I don't know. I'd like to have like a discussion with people who have lived in the abroad for like a few years. What do you think? And I know that people will always say, oh, the first few years of living in the abroad is like really stressful and really this and really that. For someone like me, I've come to realize that me, I'm not after buying or living in a big house, or I'm not after like, you know, owning a lot of money. I just want to be happy. I want to be happy. I want my kids to be happy. I want to be able to afford like the basic life, nothing extremely low. If you give me luxury, I won't say no. But for somebody who has realized that my goals are like so basic, like good health, you know, good food and everything, and I'm like wondering, and I'm beginning to really think about it. Are you sure that maybe moving back to Nigeria is not going to be such a bad idea? If this is something that is happening to you, maybe this is my own Japa midlife crisis after 7 years, please let me know. If you've moved back to Nigeria, or if you've tried to move back to Nigeria after living in the abroad for a few years and it didn't work out, please also let me know. I would want to have like a conversation with people or somebody who has tried this idea that has been playing in my mind for like a few months to see how it works. Like, just let me know if it's something that you've done, or it's something that you think that you can do, or something that you've been thinking about, or something that you know somebody that has done it before. Because honestly, I think that I just might be ready to move back to Nigeria after all. As delusional as it will sound to a lot of people, but I think that I'm almost like, I'm at that place. I'm like really like, out of a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like I'm in number 8. I just need something to like, now I need good reasons to stay. Like, I need extremely good reasons to stay here or to stay in any other country. That's what I feel. Or maybe I should test America. Maybe I should go to America, and maybe America will make all the difference. What do you guys think? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've watched this point, it's time for you to subscribe, like, share, and please leave a comment down below. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.
Bata bata, bata bata, bata box.